Okay, so we're going to see what happens here. Let's see if this comes back up. We'll find out in a second here. Let's go here. Hi there. Welcome back. Hello, Thomas Cleaver. Welcome back. And Amy in Connecticut. So, who knows what happened there? I seem to have an excellent connection now. And it looks like we're all coming back. Hang on a second here. I'm going to make a couple adjustments. Oh, and I screwed that up. Okay, let's do this. Pop out this chat. We'll reset everything as well as I can here. And who knows what happened there? I checked my studio and looked like everything was still there. Okay, hang on a second. Let's do this. I'll be right back here a second, gang. I don't know what happened there. Could it be that the powers that be are not happy with me? It's possible. Who knows? For some reason, though, I can't seem to get this. No, that's not it. There we go. Let's fix the chat real quick in the within the stream. All right. Looks like we're back 100% and back to live chat. Anyway, thanks everybody for coming back. Much better. Welcome back. They deserve a bell for that. Okay. Yes, you deserve a bell, Thomas Cleaver. And everyone who made it back. Thank you, Black Hebrew Israelite, for sponsoring the show, who says they're under contract to cup and blow Anthony nuts.
That's right.
Right? Remember, health science class taught you and me that once you recover from a virus, you're immune for life. Now they're just making up shit to keep the boot on our neck.
That's right.
Lying fucker. Okay, well, I'm not going to get this. This one's not going to be monetized because I'm reading everything now because FTG to Susan and the crew over there at YouTube. I don't know if that was a YouTube thing or if that was something to do with my stream. Looks like I have an excellent connection here, and I know that my upload speed is about 40 megs, so it really shouldn't have done that. But anyway, I'm glad you all came back. Let's continue the show. I just named this part 2. And I don't need to finish the good article on the doctor, but I did leave that article in the tabs also, or in the list of articles that will be in the description down below. Also, there's an article in the Daily Caller about that exchange between Rand Paul and the greatest doctor on the history of the planet. All right, let me get into some news that just popped up this morning, and then I have a couple articles after that. By the way, good morning, MC, who was not here before, and now you are.
Hammer time.
Nice to have you in the show. Well, 36 of you came back, so that's that's a majority of people who are already here. I think we had like 50 in here before. By the way, hit the like button while you have the chance, because this is a whole new stream, and you probably didn't get the chance to do it on the last one if you didn't do it already. All right, let's do some quick around the world news. Andrew Yang's in the news. He's mad at he's blaming the teachers unions in New York for the sluggish pace of school openings. Oh, you think? Oh, Zablay's here too. How you doing? Zablay. And Drayden's nice to see you. Andrew Yang is fed up with New York City school closures, and he's not mincing words about it. Good. To hell with them. Hello, Tyler F. The leading mayoral candidate. Yeah, do you know he's leading the mayor's race right now? At least the polls of the mayor's race in New York City. The leading mayoral candidate who has a 5-year-old son in a Manhattan public school took aim at the city's 190-member United Federation of Teachers for its perceived role in in delaying school openings during an interview with Politico this week. Quote, I confess to being a parent that has been frustrated by how slow our schools have been to open, and I do believe that the UFT has been a significant reason why our schools have been slow to open. He has been among the most vocal of the Democratic mayoral candidates in expressing displeasure with how the de Blasio administration has handled school closures amid the pandemic. So here's the thing, and you can read the rest of the article yourselves. Good for Andrew Yang for recognizing that the biggest reason schools aren't opening in certain parts of the nation is, in fact, the teachers' unions. That's a tough group to fight, though. They just have way too much power, and because they give so much money back to the lobbyist, which is incredible. I don't know that you should be able to. I'm not a fan of PEUs, public employee unions, because when you have it. Okay, let me put this in perspective. When you have a union in a private business, your union and the private business have to maximize benefits for both sides. The union has to probably stay within some of the profit goals of the private business, and the private business has to balance their profit goals with the people that work for them and how they get things done. Because sometimes unions can be beneficial to businesses too, in some ways. But when you have a public employee union, you're not fighting against the profits or fighting to get a piece of the profits of a private business. You're fighting the public who's paying taxes. So when you're fighting against, basically what they see is an unending trough, so to speak. So I'm just not a fan of that. Okay. All right. Let me do these supers real quick before I move on. Thank you, Gamer Valine, with the 556, who says, morning, I'm not getting forced immunity until it's properly approved. I have allergies, and the J&J version sources the virus. Flu does it from eggs, so where's this one sourced? I have allergy-induced asthma, not worth the risk. Hey, and thank you, by the way, for sponsoring the show. Yeah, you need to discuss this with your physician very carefully to determine whether it's something something you can even take safely. So yeah, absolutely. Thank you again for sponsoring the show. Also, thank you, Zach Osborne, with another Deuce plus 23, one of the great calibers. You see, they're going after Yang now for leaving New York City in the middle of a pandemic. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Yeah, he's blaming the teachers unions in the middle of a pandemic. Yeah, the problem is you fight that's a powerful union. But we'll see if he's the leading contender for New York mayorship. That's good. And then thank you, Aaron DeTires. Aaron DeTires, thank you for the 2s plus 23 on Streamlabs. Show of hands, who thinks Susan is actually a Karen? Well, that's a great question to answer in the chat. If you think Susan is actually a Karen, put a 1 in the chat. And if you think Susan is not actually a Karen, put a 2 in the chat. I think I'm going to vote on this one, though. Let's see here. Boom, boom. There you go. Thank you, Aaron DeTires. I think that's one of Duck Dog's cousins. Duck Dog has several cousins who sponsor the show, and we really appreciate that. So anyway, also, good morning, King on Common Law, who says, I will never consent to the facts. Oh, I said that out loud. I might get strike from YouTube. Experimental Nazi. Okay, I'm just being careful what I say here. Welcome to the show, by the way. If you're not anyone here who's here for the first time or maybe has been here once or twice and hasn't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate your support and so on and so forth. All right, let's let's get a little information, a little update on the Derek Chauvin trial. Derek Chauvin, the officer who was very, very present when George Floyd died, and probably is, in my personal opinion, is certainly guilty of at least some sort of criminal negligence. I'm still not feeling that murder charge, but certainly some criminal negligence. Anyway, the judge overseeing the trial of former Minneapolis police officer in the death of George Floyd said Friday that he will allow the jury to hear some evidence about a prior arrest in which Floyd was found with drugs. That's gonna piss some people off. Hello, Rod Line. Hello, Sean. Nice to see you. Hennepin County Judge Peter Cahill partially granted a defense motion to allow evidence of Floyd's arrest in Minneapolis in May 2019, just over a year before his death. The lawyer defending former Officer Derek Chauvin argued this week that he should be allowed to bring up the arrest in an effort to show jurors that Floyd is partly to blame for his own death. He said that there were similarities between both incidents and that the evidence is relevant to the cause of Floyd's death, which is a dispute. Well, it's not really a dispute. The autopsy kind of says that he died with some complications from drugs, and that his lungs were 2.5 times their normal weight, which means they were filling with water due to the, well, I don't want to say it's speculation, it's fact, and that there was no neck trauma to Mr. Floyd. But now, just the other part of this is that when someone's lungs are filling and they're laying on their side, that's probably not a good idea. And especially once they become unconscious, the officer's lack of, here's why I say criminal negligence. The officer's job is to try to bring a suspect in alive so they can face justice, correct? And so I'm saying that perhaps the criminal negligence is that their lack of situational awareness as Mr. Floyd passed away below them, and not making attempts to revive him sooner, are certainly not beyond the realm of some of their negligence. Okay, so that's where I'm at. Anyway, hello, Jedi Ghost Bear. Yeah, I thought they weren't supposed to do that. Yeah, how about that? Bringing up his past, but they want to say it's similar to his prior arrest, showing some. Again, somehow that the similarities in both incidents has some relevance. But the prosecutor argued the 2019 arrest is irrelevant and that the defense is simply trying to smear Floyd to excuse the actions of Chauvin, who is charged with murder and manslaughter in Floyd's death. I've never understood how you can charge him with so now they have 2 different levels of murder and 1 level of manslaughter in the same arrest. I've never been able to figure that out. Anyway, this is a breaking news update. AP's earlier story follows below. Okay, that's the update to their earlier story. So that's the big thing. The other part of the story is 2 more jurors were needed for the trial of the officer to begin because they have 12 jurors. And they're still needing 2 alternates. The 12 jurors seated through Thursday are evenly split by race. Interesting, because the city of Minneapolis isn't evenly split by race, but that's okay. I don't care. 6 white jurors, 4 black, and 2 multiracial, according to the court. The last 2 jurors chosen will be alternates. Opening statements are March 29th. If the jury is complete, that process was on track to finish nearly a week early, despite news that the city would pay a $27 million settlement to Floyd's family. So more information about that trial is in the article. Okay. Moving on. Biden White House. Oh, this is a good one. Biden White House has asked some staffers to resign over past marijuana use. According to a report, now this is the New York Post version. I also have the Daily Beast version, but this is fascinating. A number of White House staffers were asked to resign or demoted for past marijuana use, regardless of whether those employees had been in one of the 14 states where the drug is legal, according to a report. The Biden administration has required workers to disclose past marijuana use on a background check form, but told some new hires that it would overlook those who answered yes, the Daily Beast reported. Despite this, the White House Director of Management and Administration, Ann Philippic, reportedly led a series of one-on-one calls with staffers this month, asking those who admitted to past marijuana use to resign or be placed on remote work. What? It's exclusively targeting younger staff and staff who came from states where it was legal, one former staffer told The Beast. That sounds like a disgruntled employee. The move comes after the administration officially updated its guidelines earlier this year to allow for limited use of the drug in the past. Now, some of you are already asking the very question that immediately came to mind. So is Kamala getting a pink slip too? Because she very publicly admitting to using. Yes, exactly. Whoever said this.
Gotcha, bitch.
Whoever said that. She very publicly stated that she had used marijuana in the past, and not only did she use it, she bragged about inhaling, but I believe I have figured out why Vice President Harris or President Harris, I can't remember which it is anymore because I keep hearing both, but whichever office she holds, the former Senator Harris has the perfect caveat for not being asked to resign, because there is a caveat on whether or not you will be asked to resign if you have admitted past marijuana use. And that caveat is, ladies and gentlemen, there is an exemption in the rule or the request if you listen to Tupac while you were smoking dope. Tupac and Snoop while listening, while inhaling. So when she was listening to Tupac and what's his name, Snoop, back in 1987, while she was inhaling, while she was in college, that is that's the let get out of jail free card right there. The Tupac Biggie exception, or Tupac Snoop exception. So there you go. By the way, I wanted to show you something that I meant to show you the other day, and I think it is very very appropriate for this time if I can find it. Oh, here it is. I wanted to make sure that oh shoot, can I do this without stop. No, wait. Okay, hang on. Let's see, how long is this? I am going to subject you to 2 minutes and 20 seconds of pure, very pure, not THC, but 2 minutes and 20 seconds of hell. Oh no, please work. What the fuck? No. Hang on. Now I'm disappointed. I was so excited for this. Oh Lord. What the hell's going on here? Oh, did this happen again? Hang on a second. I'm sorry, folks. I'm so disappointed. Oh, I thought my stream's fine. Everything's fine here. What the hell happened to this? All right, let's go. Because this is important. Because it's first of all, it's timely, and it is Friday, so we try to have some fun here. And I think it's important that we have as much fun as humanly possible. And so here we go.
Poor hubby. Poor hubby.
Her fake is it's so fake. She forces that laugh so bad. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. No, I'm not.
She knows how to sell right there. Okay.
Joked about. That's when she joked about killing the president. That was the laugh when she was at the Ellen here. This is the laugh when she joked about who was it? It was it Brett Kavanaugh, Donald Trump, or whatever in an elevator, and she said, "Would one of us have to come out alive?" Oh, hilarious. Hi, Lexi.
So, she's still got a sense of humor. Right?
And I think in New Hampshire, you're going to swing by.
Okay, I can't do it anymore. Sorry. I know you want to hear the other minute and a half of this, but I'm gonna spare. I'm sparing you now. Okay, all right. Let's move on. There's also a Daily Beast article about the marijuana thing. White House sandbags. This is the Daily Beast article is considerably more salty than the New York Post article. Biden White House sandbags staffers, sidelines dozens after pot use. I'm just curious if they asked the question. No, do they ask the question? Oh shoot, this is a become a member to read the story. This is a hidden story. Well, here, let's do a end around here and see if somebody's archived this article. Here, let's try that. Yeah, that was archived 4 hours ago. Okay. Several staffers were informally told by transition officials that some past marijuana use would be overlooked, only to be told later that they are being asked to resign. Now, here's another question I have. So apparently, now, and I wonder if it comes up in this article. That's the reason I want to look at this. If perchance someone mentions the fact that Kamala Harris made a very public statement about her past marijuana use, but also I wonder, could this be the scandal that causes Joe Biden to resign, and so that we will actually have a President Harris? Because perhaps they might find out that Joe Biden himself could have a history of marijuana use. Now that's just, I'm not saying that he has, but imagine if they found out, oh yes, he was a prolific bong hitter back in the 70s. Would they, what would they do? Would he resign and then we'd have President Harris? Because he keeps saying President Harris. I mean, I'm sure you've seen that clip this week. So I'm going through here. I'm just scanning this article because, by the way, the Trump White House didn't have this policy. It's fascinating that the Biden White House, the White House of people who, would you think be a little more lenient on this stuff, is kicking people out. Now let's see here. Nope, I'm not seeing. I'm waiting to see Kamala Harris's name. The president, however, remains the final authority on who can receive clearance, and the chief executive can overrule agency judgments on eligibility, as President Donald Trump did when he granted his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, a top-secret clearance over the objection, blah, blah, blah. Tommy Viador, I find it absurd that in 2021, marijuana use is still a part of the security clearance background check. Okay. In past administrations, White House staff have also had their applications denied or jobs they started suddenly abruptly yanked because of marijuana use. in the early stages of the Trump era, multiple people, some mid-tier. Oh, I guess they did have some that were, wait a minute, had jobs they had already accepted pulled by White House brass for flunking urine tests that showed signs of recent marijuana use, not past marijuana use, recent marijuana use. Even now, if it was in a state that is legal, I don't know. The marijuana policy has tripped the appointments of even senior White House officials in past administrations. Ben Rhodes, former deputy national security advisor in the Obama White House, wrote in his memoir that his interim security clearance was initially denied because of past marijuana use. Okay, so there's other people here, but they, you know, it's funny. The Daily Beast refuses to mention President Harris. Vice President Harris.
Come on, man.
Fascinating. All right. More news breaking. There's a New York City man who's selling farts for $85. I'm just checking to see if you're paying attention. Selling fart. Yes, F-A-R-T, fart, for $85, cashing in on the NFT craze. The value of this art is all hot air. Where is it? A Brooklyn-based film director is simultaneously mocking and attempting to profit off the cryptocurrency craze for non-fungible tokens, aka NFTs, by selling a year's worth of fart audio clips recorded while he was in quarantine. You know, I have to tell you, when I was in college and three of my roommates in my fraternity, we had a stereo set up and we had a microphone ready, and we made what was known as fart tape, where anytime you had a fart, you went over, pressed the button, farted in the microphone, and let it go. And it was actually a very funny tape because there's tapes of us laughing in the background because it was so stupid. But that's what people without frontal lobes that don't, or with frontal lobes that don't work, do. This guy, fantastic. Yeah, capitalism, baby. There you go. Right? If people are selling digital art and GIFs or GIFs, whichever you prefer, why not sell farts? Alex Ramirez Malice, 36, told the Post of his dank addiction to the blockchain-based NFT market. His NFT, 1 calendar year of recorded farts, began incubating in March 2020, when at the beginning of the global coronavirus lockdown, Ramirez Mills and 4 of his friends began sharing recordings of their farts to a group chat on WhatsApp. On the 1-year anniversary of the U.S. COVID-19 quarantine this month, by which point Ramirez Mills said he could darn near identify members of the group by their farts alone. Ramirez Malice and his fellow farters compiled the recordings into a 52-minute master collection audio file. Top bid for the file is currently $183. That's how you get pink eye, P-Dawg. No, we had a special microphone just for the farts. Okay, and we never used it again. Thank you, Ronan Wolf, for sponsoring the show. This is this looks like a commercial. Oh, this is a new sponsor for the show. Thank you, Ronan Wolf. Current administration got you down? Does hearing mainstream news make you cringe? Well, worry no more with the latest medical breakthrough, Fuckatol. Yes, Fuckatol. For instant relief from stupidity, just say fuck it all. Thank you very much, Ronan, and the new sponsor, our new sponsor, Fuck It All. Yes. By the way, if you're curious, if you have nothing to say but you still want to do a donation and put something in the words, write an ad for a product or service that can sponsor the Morning Night Live. Thank you very much. So anyway, the top bid for this is currently $183. Oh, and they're even selling individual fart recordings. Individual fart recordings are also available for 5 cents Ethereum or 0.05 Ethereum. Oh my God. So 0.05 Ethereum, which is $85 a piece for an individual fart recording. My God, I could be a millionaire. Oh my gosh. Anyway, okay, enough. Yeah, you can read more about this. The article goes on and on and on. I'm gonna stop there though. More breaking like news. Lawmakers warn that young illegal immigrant girls are being violated. I'll use the word violated as Biden border policies endanger more and more. Yeah, we kind of knew that this was an issue. Let's see. House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy, along with the congressional delegation, including some of the top Republican committees with jurisdiction over America's southern and international border, recently traveled to a section of the U.S.-Mexico border in Texas. After their trip, the group of GOP lawmakers said President Joe Biden's policies are fueling a crisis at the southern border. Oh, no. That is not true. That, in fact, we've been told by Jen Psaki herself, the press secretary for Joseph Biden, that there is no crisis. This is a made-up theme that strictly a Republican myth that should not be told, and we don't want anyone talking about it. After the trip, the feeling of crisis at the southern border that endangers American citizens, puts lives of unaccompanied children at risk, and fuels sex trafficking. Oh, thank you, Gunfox61, who says, Marty, link your Trovo. Oh yeah, I do have. Well, here I can do that. Hang on a second. Let me go here real quick. And by the way, thank you for the sponsoring of the show. Also, Scotty Dubs, thank you for your sponsoring of the show. Who doesn't love the smell of their own farts? I don't. I'm disgusting. I try. Well, I mean, sometimes you can stand them, but you don't love them. Okay, there's a difference between loving and being able to survive that. Yeah, if you're having trouble watching this on YouTube, by the way, looks like. Yeah, I also stream on Trovo and on D Live. In fact, here we'll just let's open a Trovo link here. Oops, what did I do here? I'll put the link to Trovo in the chat. I'll put it in the description down below from now on too. Let's see if I can do this without. Let's see. No, that's not where I want to go. My channel, and I'm sure I'm still going here. Yes, I am. And let's see. All right, there's a copy. There's a paste. So basically on Trovo and D Live, I am also PDawgKnight. So it's pretty easy to find me. If I have trouble on YouTube, you can pop over there. Okay, where are we at? Well, let me do this. Let me do a couple thank yous real quick to the people who've been sharing the stream. Thank you, Mitch the Ripper, and Gamer Valine, Renee Mayette, Tyler F., Johnny Bonsacco, Zach Osborne, who is the Lord Zach Mungus on right now. He changed his name a lot. Cynical Lindsay, Maddie, Becca Fairley, everyone who and Somnambule Nation, everyone who tweets out the show. I greatly appreciate that. So anyway, back to this article. Republicans asserted that the Biden administration changes to the Trump-era administration's border policy have incentivized illegal immigrants to make the dangerous journey to the United States and have made the cartels involved in human trafficking more money, McCarthy said in a statement. I came down here because I heard of the crisis. It's more than a crisis. This is a human heartbreak. The sad part about all this is it didn't have to happen. There's not another way to call it other than a Biden border crisis. Okay, so I'm trying to think if there's anything in here. You can read about this it'll be in the this article will be in the news links that I'll post after the show. But it's just gives you a lot of stuff that these GOP lawmakers found when they went down there, and for some reason now it died, which we'll see what happens here. Oh, did it get, what the hell happened there? Did this get, possible it got yeeted? Okay, maybe it won't be there. Anyway, well, we're going to close that. Let's move on. Oh, so, you know, we've been hearing a lot about the current, I don't want to call it a craze because, well, for the media, it seems to be a craze, but they're talking about Asian-based hate incidents, and that's the big thing right now. And, you know, we talked about this a little bit over the last couple of days, and that for whatever reason, this is the narrative they want to follow right now. And so in this case, though, we found a case here where the victim kind of got back at the perpetrator. You bum, why? Okay, wait a minute. Okay, that's still the same. You bum, why did you hit me? Elderly Asian woman swings back at attacker and leaves him bloody on a stretcher. More power to this lady. Xiaojin Shi, a 76-year-old Asian woman, decided to fight back Wednesday after an attacker punched her while she was standing on a sidewalk in San Francisco. The unprovoked attacker punched Shi while she was waiting at a traffic light, reports KPIX. You bum, why'd you hit me? She reportedly shouted in Chinese. She found a stick around the area and fought back. She's daughter Dong Li said, according to KPX5, both she and her attacker were taken to the hospital as a result of the incident. Well, here is that. They have video, so let's see the video. Let's see. Now, where is... Oh, shoot. Well, okay, it looks like, I didn't tell you the thing, but it looks like she got the best of him, and good for her. Beat the piss out of that punk-ass biatch. In fact...
Gotcha, bitch!
Good. Let's see. She's lived in San Francisco for 26 years. She said she was very shaken up by the unprovoked attack. Both she and her attacker were taken to the hospital. As you can see, she is extremely terrified. She's terrified even to step out. She's grandson John Chen said, according to KPIX. We have to do our job, and we have to investigate these cases with all resources brought to bear, and we need to make arrests, and we've done that, San Francisco Police Chief Bill Scott said. You know, again, they're hyping the shit out of this because there's the crimes are up to 100 to 150%. And it's not proportional to the amount that violent crime is up, but certainly in San Francisco, crime's up like crazy. And I'm pretty sure that it's, well, let's just say, what are the odds? Because especially remember where this is happening most. Now, granted, this case in Atlanta is an exception, but it is mainly in most parts of California, especially San Francisco, where there's a high Asian population, and New York City. And I just don't know if those are bastions of Trump-supporting, MAGA hat-wearing marauders out attacking Asian people. I'm just saying, probably not. So, you know, and why the old people? That's because they're easy targets, Katie. Because these people who do this are fucking pussies. Pardon my colorful expression, but that's about all I got on that one. And FTG to these assholes who are doing this. And, you know, granted, the guy in Atlanta, that may be, we don't know the reason 100%. And it seems as though he may have been targeting businesses he frequented and not necessarily Asian people in general. But whatever, in any of these places, I mean, the people knocking old people down, come on. you're a piece of shit if you do that. And, I'm just not going to mince words on it. By the way, hit the like button if you like what's going on in this stream and not. Anyway, let's see. What do I got next? Oh, this is one too. So the ever continuing saga of Fredo's brother. Andrew Cuomo, apparently there's another whistleblower. This was not about sexual harassment either. This has to do with the nursing homes. A whistleblower says Governor Cuomo's order caused threats against nursing home if they rejected COVID-19 patients. Oh, not good. A Staten Island nursing home administrator said in an interview aired Thursday that hospitals threatened nursing homes if they resisted following Democratic New York Governor Andrew Cuomo's March 25th order, which demanded nursing homes accept COVID-19 infected patients. How long is this? Let me see how long this is. Yeah, this is going to be a commercial. All right, hang on. Hold on. Let's turn that off because I don't want to hear the commercial. Many facilities were threatened by hospitals to take COVID-19 patients, Michael Krause told Fox News in an interview for America Reports. I never saw the exact emails, but they were threatened. Well, here, let's see what he says here.
Michael Krause is the administrator of Silver
That's a 4 minute. I'm not going to go 4 minutes on this. He said, I never saw the emails, but they were threatened that they would be reported for noncompliance, Krause continued. I think our case, we were told, please don't send your sick patients. There were multiple hospitals that were threatening. Krause said he made his objection known in a conference calls to state health officials, but his warning fell on deaf ears. I did vocalize it, and then once it was shot down, I never spoke again. There are more important people than me who thought it was a good idea. I don't think this is a surprise. We all know that the administration was pressuring nursing homes to take in these patients, and it turned out to be a disaster. So FTG Andrew Cuomo, even though FTG Thursday was yesterday. All right. I like to talk about the grievance gristers on this show every once in a while, and these last couple, I didn't know it was already 10:26. This one here, our good friends at the Southern Poverty Law Center, apparently they have about $160 million in offshore accounts. Now, I wonder why they would have them in offshore accounts. I don't remember if some of you have been with me a while, and it must have been probably about a year ago, maybe a little longer, where this was actually early in doing the show. We found information that part of a lot of people at the Southern Poverty Law Center, were claiming that one of the founders, the leaders there, was sexually harassing people who worked there. And as they were investigating that, they were finding out that, part of the Southern Poverty Law Center's, I wouldn't say their mission, but their strategy was the fact that they had to, constantly find things to grieve about so they could keep raising money. It was all about raising money, not necessarily always about, actually finding hate. So they would produce certain literature and many things like that would perpetuate their ability to raise money. So they always have to find a boogeyman. Thus, I call them grievance grifters. Well, by the way, hi Buster Outlaws, how you doing? And Legit Low Talker. And let's see, there's probably other people that are here. So anyway, donations rebound a year after the SPLC founder was filed. Oh, for racial discrimination. That's right. It wasn't sex discrimination. It was racial discrimination, which is how freaking ironic is it that the founder was fired for racial discrimination. The Southern Poverty Law Center, a progressive nonprofit whose leadership was recently rocked by allegations of racism and sexual harassment, it was both, maintains over $160 million in offshore accounts, according to new filings. The SPLC's most recent audited financial statement reveals the group had $162 million in a variety of offshore funds as of October 21st, 2020. The group's tax forms show it took in more than $108 million in donations between November 2019 and October 2020, an $11 million increase from the previous years. Oh, because of course, during the George Floyd riots and all the turmoil over the last year, of course, that's a big money maker for the SPLC. Contributors to the group dipped in 2019 after reports surfaced that allege SPLC founder Morris Dees and other leaders allowed sexual harassment and racial discrimination against minority staffers. The SPLC, oh my God, the SPLC is now sitting on $588 million in net assets, $45 million more than the year before. The group did not respond to a request for comments on its investments. Now, granted, not liquid assets, not dollars in the bank, but just assets. But damn, grievance grifting is good money. Oh, we knew that from BLM Inc. too. Conservatives have scrutinized the SPLC for its massive war chest, which is aided by offshore investments. Overseas investments are legal and common among institutions such as universities with large endowments, and the SPLC maintains that their holdings are normal. But similar nonprofits like the American Civil Liberties Union do not invest in non-U.S. funds. The SPLC racked up prominent civil rights victories decades ago before turning attention to hate groups. In recent years, the group has focused mainly on the Intelligence Project, which has placed conservative organizations on lists of hate groups alongside the Ku Klux Klan. In 2012, a gunman targeted the Family Research Council after seeing it on the SPLC's website. And so on and so forth. Damn, I'm just saying, grievance grifting is quite the lucrative thing, isn't it? Holy smokes. I had no idea. That's some big dollars. All right, let's finish up. Let's see. We haven't talked about Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell for a while, so there's a new article about her here. She says, the case details too sensational and impure for public, according to the judge. So apparently they're not going to have a public trial for this one. A federal judge on Thursday agreed that with Ghislaine Maxwell's request to keep certain details in the criminal case against her secret, finding that information would be too sensational and impure to reveal to the public. Well, that's a good thing, because I really don't need him telling everything about that case, because it might come back to bite me. You know what I'm saying? Or at least nibble on me with a cigar. Anyway, the U.S. District Judge Allison Nathan issued a ruling on redactions that Maxwell had asked for regarding transcripts from the government filed under seal last month. Those portions of the transcript which were redacted in the civil matter concern privacy interests. I bet, yeah, they just try to keep that private. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, and let's see. Anyway, so they're keeping some of that case private, redacted, sensitive, and so on. All right, and then let's see. What were the last two? I only have two left. Let me see if I can get oh, yeah. As I mentioned, Joe Biden mistakenly refers to Vice President Kamala Harris as President Harris. Typical Joe Biden.
This is really important because we believe that speed and efficiency must be matched with fairness and equity. Now, when President Harris and I took a virtual tour of a vaccination center in Arizona.
Notice, I think he realized he made the mistake, but I'm just saying, this happens an awful lot. It happens an awful lot that Joe Biden just happens to mistakenly call her President Harris. Is this foreshadowing? Is it part of a plan? I don't know. Anyway. And last but not least, apparently Fauci thinks Governor Whitmer is a good governor who's done some really good things. You know, Gretchen Whitmer, the governor of Michigan, well, we don't know how many nursing home deaths she has caused because they won't release the data. On Thursday's broadcast of CNN's Cuomo Primetime, Fredo, White House Chief Medical Advisor, Dr. Anthony Fauci, the greatest doctor in the history of the planet and of the United States complete medical community of all times ever, said that Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer is a really good governor, and I think she's done some really good things, but did say the state should hold off on relaxing restrictions. Oh, is that all? I think they should be investigating the nursing home issue, but you know, Fauci said, I mean, she's a really good governor, and I think she's done some really good things, but I'm telling them, just hold off for a bit. When you get the overwhelming majority of your population vaccinated, the chances of there being a surge are minuscule. Just hang in there. Don't turn the switch on and off. Pull back gradually, not all at once, everything. All things are off and everything goes. That's not a good idea. And yes, that's what he said. All right. And on that note, if you think Governor Gretchen Whitler, what's her name? Yes, Freudian slip. Governor Whitler, if you think she's a great governor, a really good governor, put a 1 in the chat. And if you think she sucks, put a 666 in the chat. How about that? Catch me outside.
Gotcha, bitch.
Anyway.
How dare
Hey,
you?
shut up there, Gretchen. Oh, that's not Gretchen Whitler, whatever the hell her name is. Witless. Yes, thank you, Atheist Icon. All right, gang, it's time for me to call it a day. And this afternoon, I didn't, by the way, obviously, if you may have noticed that I did not stream this afternoon like I had planned. And so I have to, I'll make up for that today, though. I think I will stream in the afternoon today. If I don't, I'll either stream or I'll edit a video that I'm working on. One of the two. I can't decide. But 60 some people here, 44 likes. Hit the like button if you haven't already done so, because I know you like me. And if you don't, well, hit the like button anyway, because it helps the algorithm and all that stuff. Thank you for coming today. I'm here Monday through Friday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central for the Morning Night Live, 1500 GMT. I know what it is during daylight savings time. And please share the stream out if you haven't done so already. If you're watching on replay, put a comment in the comment section. In fact, if you're watching live, come back and put a comment in the comment section. In about, somewhere during the outro, I will let you know when the links for all the news stories for today are updated in the description down below if you want to go back and look at those stories for yourself. And let's just say I'm going to try to be back this afternoon. We'll see what happens. Anyway, it is time for me to officially call it a day. My name is Dawg Knight, and I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Have a great afternoon. Have a great weekend. Toodles. Hey, this is Dawg Knight, and thank you for watching today on the Dawg Knight Channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterward so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through the Streamlabs link, which is also in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm Dawg Knight, and I'm out of here.